Hello there everyone, welcome back. This is Subject Neutral. I am Gankom, the best, the brightest, the only one here to record. And we are playing Warhammer Quest today on Steam. It's just a simple little game. It is essentially like D&D in the Warhammer world. I'm just going to leave this, play a generic one. We don't need a tutorial. This isn't going to be too long. This is probably just going to be the one video too. I just thought I'd play a little game. We could have a match, kill some bad guys, delve into a dungeon, that kind of stuff. So let's see what's going on here. All heroes die. Eventually, inevitably, method and character determine this land, not the march of time. Looting, indulging, mere distractions from what you crave. An idea above trinkets, to last forever. A calling. A legend. So it's pretty much a basic D&D kind of like dungeon crawler, squashing bugs. Every adventure starts somewhere. Yours begins with the promise of gold from a mad old farmer. He seems to think the local spider populace is amassing an army to rise up and eat his crops, and possibly him as well. Your party finds themselves standing at the entrance to an abandoned mine. Plow through these arachnids and we can go collect our reward. So we have a couple of different characters here. We've got Grizak the Bloody, our barbarian, our level 1 marauder. We have, let's go with this guy first, Magnus Wolfheart the Grey Wizard, Thorak Greybeard the Ironbreaker, and Felarian the Waywatcher as our elf sort of ranger dude. So I'm just positioning myself before we move into the next room. Winds of Magic, so 2 power. That's how much power we have to cast spells. As you can see, we have a couple of spells here. This is how much magic it takes to cast them. So we have Winds of Magic 2. It costs 2 to cast. Just before we do, because I have some DLC, which I'm going to take full advantage of, we can give some people some upgraded weapons. Oh, there we go. Let's do this stuff properly. There we go. 1 and a 2. This is going to make the first level absolutely brutal. As you can see, we started with a few kind of like legendary items. But it will certainly make it go that much quicker. So let's move up. Following the path for now. The dungeons will branch. There are a few of sort of classic Warhammer humor stuff because it is pretty reliably based on Warhammer. We're well, except for kind of our weird adventuring, it's based on Warhammer roleplay, I should say, like the version that came out. I forget who did it, Final Fantasy or something, like our Fantasy Flight, something like that, did Warhammer Fantasy, an RPG, and it's based on that. So we are in the Empire. Giant bats, and we are pretty much clearing out, doing odd jobs. There are all kinds of different quests. Some quests you might be trying to get an item, some quests you're just trying to purge it out and clean them all, or killing various bosses and stuff. Woo! Achievement progress, 2 out of 7. It's not the most complex game I've ever played. You're pretty much clicking and moving through it, and sometimes the randomness is just brutal. I have had people just get critted and die like from one hit. The other thing that is a little annoying is you only get experience if you kill the enemy. So if you're the one who does all the wounds to it but someone else kills it, then you get no experience, which can make it very hard to level up the wizards or the shooty people, because if they're not the ones getting the kill, then you're not getting any experience from it. So you have to really think about who is going to get the last hit on the enemy. Okay, good. We have a... Oh, we don't have a branch. I thought that branched down for a second. Okay. I'm a huge Warhammer fan. Most of those of us in Subject Neutral are, as you no doubt heard. We're primarily fantasy players, so this is right up our alley. Especially dwarves. Go dwarves, we are the best. But it's not too bad. It's a simple little game. I think I bought it on sale for like $5 on Steam, so for $5, and I've played a good like dozen hours into it. It's not too bad. It's not the most interesting thing you're going to come across. It certainly doesn't have sort of the depth to it like CK2 or something. Even the items get a bit old, because once you sort of get your loadout, the only items you're looking for are potions. Or like the few little sort of consumable stuff. And even then, I've played matches where I've never used them once, only to hit one dungeon where I need to use them all, which can get a little annoying. Squashing bugs. Maybe the old farmer wasn't as mad as you previously thought. Calling the spider horde an army might be a stretch, but he was right, there are a lot down here. From the looks of this room, it's only going to get worse. So we are attacked by 4 giant spiders and 3 giant rats, and we will crush them before us. One of the things that's interesting about combat as well is when you are around one spot around an enemy, sort of at the start of a turn, you can't move. You're sort of, and it's very similar to like D&D in that regard, where if you're near an enemy, you can't move without getting attacked. Whereas in this, you just can't move. So if you were, for example, here at the start next turn, as you're in the threat range, you can't do anything. You're stuck there. And let's shoot. Come on, shoot. I forgot I'd gone back to a whole new one to show this off. In my other one that I'm playing that you saw briefly there, everyone is like level 10. So they've got lots more attacks, they move faster, they've got different special attacks and stuff. Okay. There are other characters too. This is the starting group of characters. There's a fire wizard, there is an elf wizard, an ogre, like iron gut kind of deal. Kind of guy. See, pin. That's the word it is. Pin, so they can't move. There is, let's see, what else is there? There's a high elf shadow watcher, so who's kind of like another rangery person. Oh, I can't shoot you. What else is there? I'm trying to remember the other heroes. Oh, witch hunter, warrior priest. I mostly use the same starting crew of heroes because I just happen to like them better and I get attached to things remarkably easy. But there is a good number of characters. They've all got slightly different abilities. Like the wizards are going to be very similar, but they've all got different spells. So you can actually sort of customize what your group is going to look like a bit. See, here it is. So we get experience. We get a little experience for being part of the match, for like the success. But then you only really get experience for who you kill. So Thorik here killed 4 people, so he gets an extra 100 experience. Okay, I was going to read that bottom thing, but okay. Well done, you've made it out of your first dungeon in one piece, more or less. Now let's go to the nearest settlement, Sigfriedhof, to spend your hard-fought earnings. Click on a settlement, then press the travel button on the settlement card to move there. So we got 50 gold for that. Come on, get out of the way. There we go. And we will travel to Sigfriedhof. Sigfriedhof? Sigfriedhof. In Warhammer, the Empire is based on the Holy Roman Empire, the Germanic Empire from the Renaissance kind of period. Late medieval, Renaissance, that area-ish. So you're going to get some very German names. Settlements. You can sell and buy loot. Yep. The Miserable Minstrel. As the adventurers approach Sigfriedhof, they spy a lonesome figure sat upon the 2-league waystone to the town. Your party is wisely cautious. The man sees you coming, but doesn't seem to care. Closer inspection reveals him to be wearing the garb of a minstrel. I suppose you're going to rob me, he says with a dour expression on his face. Not having much use for a beaten-up instrument or his rags, you ignore the minstrel and move on to Sigfriedhof. Not thieves, then, he shouts after you. But I bet you like riches all the same. Did he say riches? Your party pauses. Classic adventures. Ah, that's got your attention. He jumps off the waystone and smiles for the first time. I know where there's a hoard, you see. A pile of gold and jewels stolen by bandits. Same bandits stole my loot. Not this old thing, but an instrument of pure beauty, encased in silver and inscribed in a most wondrous fashion. So I'll guide you to the dungeon. You clear out the creatures and keep the treasure, but the loot is mine. So that is sort of like this settlement's quest. So each settlement you see is going to have a different quest. Here are some of the other characters. Let's see if... Here we go. This is the easier way of looking at it. So we've also got Snorri Goldglint, the Troll Slayer, Warrior Priest, High Elf Archmage, Empire Bright Wizard, High Elf Shadow Warrior, Ogre Irongut, and the Witch Hunter. So as you're in town, we don't really have much gold, so I'm not going to do much, but when you're in town, some events can happen as you go to market, Adventurers Guild. So whoever you have clicked is who it's going to, that event's going to happen to. We're actually, I don't remember when I started this. We'll start the next quest. It might be a bit of a longer video. We're going to do the Minstrel quest, and then we'll call this an episode. The Miserable Minstrel. We're facing orcs and goblins. Hi-ho, hi-ho, to slay the orc we go. So here you can decide who's coming with you. I'm going to keep it with sort of this group, just because I happen to like them better. Halflings love their food. Dun, dun, dun. A few hours later, you find yourself amid some ruins that the forest has long since taken over. The trees ominously tower over the decaying walls, and vicious-looking ivy has covered the rest. The minstrel, now much happier, points to a sunken cave entrance in the center of the ruins. Off you go then, it's down there. Don't worry about the bandits, they've been scared off by whatever lurks in there. Nothing that'll bother brave warriors such as yourself. Okay, let's set people up. Your sort of initial spawning here is pretty random, but it hardly ever matters. And the turn. Up we go. Come on. There we go. No, let's move you up another space. Because our guys are level 1, they don't have much in the way of abilities or even equipment or anything. As you level up, you do get more. You don't get to pick. It's not like a skill tree. Instead, it's set. So, for example, at one point, the Waywatcher levels up and gets a healing ability. The Wizard gets a new spell every ability, but his he'll eventually get a power pool, which is sort of magic he has stored to fight later. So we've been ambushed here by a bunch of little goblins, so that's not going to be a problem at all. So let's just slaughter them. Or not, apparently. There we go. Fire. Okay. Our guys are missing an awful lot, which is kind of annoying. When you're ambushed, you don't get any of a magic phase. So the only time you'll be able to cast spells when you're ambushed is if you have some power points, which is this thing here. And as you level up, you might have you start with some magic kind of stored. Sometimes it's like 5, sometimes it's 4. As you level up, that pool gets higher. Oh, leave my buddy alone. Okay, let's go like this. I'm actually gonna go here so we can just kill these guys off quickly, or not. Okay, let's try this again. Come on, stop missing. Oh, gods. No, okay. Oh, I don't have the attack. I thought I did. Okay, cool, cool. Let's see. I want you to move out of the way, because I don't want you to get hit when I do this. We're just going to use all our sort of points up on this guy. Huzzah! Stab. Stabbity stab stab. Oh, come on, fight. Oh, we're actually, our dwarf is almost dead. He just got like almost punched to death by goblins. That is just sad. So we will heal you. 6 wounds, so he's no longer in any kind of immediate danger. Okay, good, good. Now, another thing that can get a bit annoying about this game is ambushes. I don't know what determines ambushes, but sometimes it will stack to a point where you get ambushed like 6 times in the span of a minute. So I have had it before where I get ambushed, I fight, I end my turn, I'm ambushed again as soon as I end my turn, and then you mop them up, and then as soon as you finish fighting, you're ambushed again. So it can get a bit frustrating in that regard. Okay. You also can't move on from a room at any point, so you can't try running past people. You have to kill everyone ahead of you. Okay, let's see. There we go. And shadow daggers. No, we have a lot of misses happening this game. Probably because our little peon people are all level 1. He has an archery attack per turn, but he doesn't have a bow, so he can't kind of do anything about that. Stab. Stabbity stab. Okay, you fight. Can't kill him. Shadow dagger again. Shadow dagger. Okay. So we get a potion of swiftness there, not too bad. Actually, it occurs to me we might have another bow, the one that we just took off the elf. But no, you can't use it. It tells you who can use it here. And some people can only use certain things. Okay. Fight. Okay, there we go. I'm moving through this fairly quickly. Normally I take a bit more time to just sort of stop and enjoy it, but right now I'm just trying to hustle my way through it. Not even hustle. I'm just fighting to show it off. No, stop. Okay, good. I would be... Okay, so he's berserk, but he can't move. Because he's, like, stupid berserk. Why? There you go. Okay, kill him. Excellent. So let's... small provisions. Good, good. That's handy. Okay. And we're probably getting close to the end of this dungeon, I think. Okay, the dwarf is way ahead there, but people are catching up. Normally when I'm playing just by myself, especially at higher levels, I very slowly leapfrog my way through this. Whereas right now I'm just kind of like, move up. Get it done. This video was just sort of like to kill some time in between recordings. I have plans with Torque later to film some Stellaris, which is going to be great. Oh, attacked by some snotlings. Okay, and just kill them all. Occasionally, if you're lucky, you'll get what's called like a death blow attack, which if you successfully attacked and killed something, they'll get another attack on it, or on something around it. Come on. You're not berserk again. Oh, did you use up all your movement? Oops. Okay. Kill that. Excellent, thank you. Shadow bolt. I can only hit one. Okay, we'll do it though. Excellent. Especially because it's often hard for the wizard to get lots of experience. Because you, maybe it's just me, but I ended up using his attacks to damage the big enemies and just whittle it down while they're farther away because it's one of the longer ranged attacks. Hey, kitty. You're coming around a lot today. Great. Another one bites the dust. Another one. See, that's that death blow I was telling you about. There we go. Excellent. Oh, and a good healing scroll, too. Okay. End the turn. We are ambushed, which is kind of annoying, but luckily no one is far away. Another thing, too, and you're hearing an awful lot of cons about this, and I just want you to know I do like the game a fair bit. But another one of the cons is when you're ambushed, they will appear just about anywhere that you've been. And they're fairly close. I've never had someone ridiculously far away, but I have had it before where they are like all the way in the previous room that you've been to, which gets really old really fast. Okay, come on, and cut. Excellent, and it'll be really nice if you kill him. No. Okay. Stab. No. Kill him, Grizak. Kill him. Good, thank you. Potion of Swiftness. Excellent. Night Goblin Big Boss. So this, I believe, is the final room. Yeah. So we just have to kill this Night Goblin Big Boss, and we get the loot. Okay, and move in here. Stop it. And fire the Shadow Bolt at him. See, this is what I'm talking about. I use it to start whittling down the bigger bosses. So maybe that's why wizards don't level up quite as fast for me. Good, good. You can just... Oh, you can't because you actually attacked this turn still. Good, good. Let's see. I just want to check something. Doesn't actually tell you how fast the enemy guys can move, which would be really nice. So I'm just going to pile everything in on him, especially because I can shoot over this and get that. Excellent, there we go. And now stab the big boss. And there we go. Simple as pie. On killing the mighty foe, you notice in the corner a large collection of worthless shiny trinkets and items. Your party searches through the piles of junk and discover a beautiful silver loot. This must be what the minstrel is after. You pick it up and look to exit the dungeon. So we'll get some experience. Oh, our Waywatcher really cleared things out there. The wizard does get some experience for healing, but as you can see, 6 experience really isn't much. As promised, and perhaps surprising given your unusual guide, there is indeed a hoard of gold, and in one chest you find a silver loot that has the unmistakable whiff of enchantment about it. With the treasure collected, you make your way back to the surface and find the minstrel balanced on top of a dilapidated wall. He looks down on you with a delightful smile as you emerge into the evening gloom. Victorious, I see. I knew you would be. Now have you the loot? Give it here, and I'll play us a merry ditty all the way to Siegfriedhof. I'm going to go with no. I don't trust this guy. There is something not quite right about this annoying musician. Besides, the loot is nice enough. It's probably worth a pretty penny to the right buyer anyway. With an unseen signal, your party all agrees on the same course of action. Suddenly, your largest warrior charges forward into the crumbling wall that the minstrel has stood upon. He comes tumbling down along with the ancient stones, some of which traps his legs, pinning under their great weight. How dare you, he squawks. Your party pays him no heed as they walk along the track back towards the road. We had an understanding. That loot is mine. Fine, you want the truth? I'm the bandit king. They call me the Grey Minstrel of Siegfriedhof. I'm famous, you know. My boys are just in the woods. They'll come at my summons. Then there will be trouble, he calls out to the adventurers. Then to himself, gods, the signal was me playing the lute. So he was going to betray us. What a fool. You have escaped the dungeon and the Grey Minstrel's trap. The loot is not much good in your hands, but is worth a fair few crowns on the open market, which you'll easily get when you reach the next town. Silver loot. This item has no use in combat, but can be sold at the market. So that is this episode. I hope you enjoyed Warhammer Quest. I don't know if you'll see it again. Maybe it'll be another kind of filler episode. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe, and I hope I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.